Hey guys, Scare9 here, welcome back to my channel today, and in this video we are going to be taking a look at all of the official details regarding the Faction Rally event within Destiny 2. Now if you guys don't know, there are originally 3 factions within Destiny: New Monarchy, Future War Cult, and Dead Orbit, and they've been surprisingly absent from Destiny 2, and that's because Bungie has been saving them for this event, which starts next week, September 26th at reset time, which is 2 a.m. Pacific, 5 a.m. Eastern, whatever your time zone is, do the conversion, but it starts at the weekly reset next week on September 26th. Now, what we're going to be doing on this is actually really cool. So some of this stuff I'm going to be reading is directly from This Week at Bungie. If you want to read it yourself, I'll have it linked down there in the description below. But pretty much we're going to be summing up all of the rewards, what you have to do to compete in this Faction Rally event, and all of that kind of stuff in this video. So directly from the This Week at Bungie, it says, each of the factions in the tower is having a rally to collect resources for its cause. They are recruiting Guardians to gather supplies for their faction and destroy enemy resources. They'll offer rewards to help the Guardians rise up against any enemy threats. As an incentive, each faction has set aside a powerful weapon to entice players to choose their side. The faction whose Guardian collects the most faction packages will be declared the winner. The winning faction will offer the weapon to everyone, but all who pledge loyalty to that faction will receive it with a huge discount as repayment for their contributions to their faction's cause. So essentially you have the 3 factions that I mentioned earlier competing in a huge battle, and we're going to talk about how they're competing in a second. But essentially the winning faction will have an exclusive weapon that won't be available unless that faction wins, and the people who pledge to them will get a huge discount on buying that weapon, which we will talk about specific prices in a bit. So whenever the event starts, you will have to visit either Dead Orbit, New Monarchy, or Future War Cult to pledge your allegiance, and then whenever you do that, you have to complete certain activities in support of your faction. You can do public events, explore lost sectors, complete strikes, clear the raid, or even compete in the Crucible. And then whenever you complete these activities, you will be rewarded with faction tokens that you can then go turn into your faction and get rewarded with packages full of loot. So it will be a very similar rank up system to someone like Devrim Kay in the European Dead Zone, or Banshee by turning in weapon parts. It's a very similar system to that, but the faction at the end of the week who has the most of these ranks collectively will be the winner of this event. So here we are shown a bunch of the gear. So first we're going to go through Dead Orbit, which is my personal favorite, and this gear set looks awesome. I'm a huge fan of the black and white color scheme, and the Hunter with the gas mask just looks absolutely insane. I cannot wait to get that armor set. Here you have the icons of every single thing you can earn. You can see all of the 4 weapons that will be available. There are 2 shaders and then all of the armor sets. And then these packages will also drop some other armor that is already in the loot pool. Things like the Uriel's Gift, stuff like that you can expect to see dropping. But the main things you guys are going to want to get from this is the faction reward. So that was Dead Orbit. Now we're going to move on to Future War Cult, and I have to say, this Titan gear set looks absolutely gorgeous. I cannot wait to get that. I'm definitely going Future War Cult on my Titan because this armor set does look very nice. And the same thing kind of goes for the weapons. And this has always been my problem with Future War Cult. They have cool ideologies if you want to get into the lore and all that stuff, but their color schemes are terrible. I cannot ever find a good combination of these shaders. I guess the shader system in Destiny 2 will make that a lot easier, where you can put a different shader on every piece of armor. But that's the main reason that I've pretty much never supported Future War Cult. And then here is the final set. Here you have the New Monarchy set, and to me all of these are just kind of alright. A lot of this armor is just redone other armor sets in the game. I think technically all of these armor sets are, but here, I don't know, I'm not really feeling any of this. I guess if I had to choose one, I would have to go with the Warlock. That one probably looks the best, which is fitting because I will probably go pledge to them on my Warlock anyways. And then here are the icons for all this stuff. And if you look, the Warlock Bond actually has a bunch of scrolls around it, which is really cool. So I'm definitely going Warlock on this one. I can't wait to see what it all looks like in the end. But those are really all of the armor sets and weapons that you can earn through ranking up your factions during this event. And then, in addition to all of those armor sets and weapons, the winning faction will also offer an exclusive weapon that it looks like will not be available any other way. Specifically, it says each faction will be offering a special weapon as a reward to be sold if they emerge victorious. Everyone who pledged to the winning faction will be able to purchase that weapon for 1,000 Glimmer, and then anyone who did not pledge to that faction can still get it, but they have to pay the higher price of 50,000 Glimmer. So 50,000 to 1,000 Glimmer is quite a substantial drop. So if you have 3 characters, make sure you are pledged on each character to one of each, just to make sure you will be able to get the winning weapon no matter what. So here are the 3 weapons. So first you have the Dead Orbit Scout Rifle. This one looks very, very nice. It's got a very rustic basic feel, something that would be used in the military now. I really like the look of this. I imagine I'll really like the feel of it. Then you have the Future War Cult Pulse Rifle. This one is an Omolon Pulse Rifle. I imagine it would feel very similar to the Nurgle. I would not be mad if we got this one either, because it does look like it will be pretty good. And then finally, you have the New Monarchy Sidearm, and this one is Suros, and that's why I do not want New Monarchy to win no matter what. Suros sidearms are absolutely awful in Destiny 2 at the moment. I very much prefer the 3-round burst Omolon sidearms. It's a shame that they had to go with the Suros one, but either way, I do not want New Monarchy to win. So like I said, all of this will begin on September 26th during the weekly reset, and then it will carry on an entire week till the weekly reset time on October 3rd. So you will have an entire week to grind out faction loot. But I'm really curious, let me know down in the comment section, which of these 3 factions do you guys pledge to and why? So that is all of the information regarding the Faction Rally event. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like rating and to share it with your friends. If you are interested in watching either of the 2 videos on screen, you can click their respective annotations to be taken to them. If you are brand new to my channel, make sure to hit the giant version of my logo to be subscribed to my awesome Destiny 2 videos and live streams. Thank you so much for watching today, and I will see you in my next video.